And so before we begin the presentations, we will have a brief introductory remarks by Mr. Chong Ha-tek, General Director of the Startup and Innovation Team at the Water Industry Innovation Department at K-Water. So without further ado, we will invite Mr. Chong to the stage.
Hello, this is Ha-tek Chong, General Director of Water Industry Innovation Department in K-Water. Thank you for providing us such a precious opportunity to join the session with water organizations in Korea and the Mekong region.
그간 K-워터와 한 메콩 분야 기관들과는 국제 협력은 물론 글로벌 사업적도 포함하여 상호 협조하고 왕래가 잦았던 걸로 알고 있습니다.
K-Water has collaborated with Mekong region organizations in terms of global cooperation and water business.
이번 K-워터 물산업 혁신차 참석은 국내 물 관련 우수한 기술을 보유한 기업들을 여러분께 소개시켜 드릴 수 있는 자리가 되어 아주 감사하고 뜻깊게 생각하고 있습니다.
This would be a meaningful venue to introduce Korea's water corporation with outstanding technologies.
기업 하나하나 설명 잘 들으시고 궁금하신 부분은 얼마든지 질문하시면서 각 기관들과 상호 협력할 수 있는 방안이 많이 생겼으면 합니다. 감사합니다.
We would like to seek ways to cooperate with Mekong regional organizations through this presentation and Q&A time during this session. Thank you.
Thank you.
Yes, now that we have done all the introductions, we will start with the company presentations, starting with the companies from Cambodia. So first up, we have the Farmer Water Net by Mr. Socheat. Please welcome him to the stage with a big round of applause.
Okay, good afternoon, everyone. Thank you so much for the ASEAN-Korean Center for inviting me to attend the workshop for the sharing out the water management resource. So today I would like to share our work that we support and the related to the water resource management in Cambodia. Therefore, I would like to introduce myself first. I'm Socheat from Cambodia and Executive Secretary, and we from the NGO. So our work, we focus on the irrigation system management in Cambodia. I have the 5 points would like to share with you. The first is the farmer and water net background and mission and vision. And second, service. The service that we provide to farmer water user community. It is our member and target. And third, number of the farmer water user that we support. And fourth, key issues. And the last one is the proposed position and want to support and the plan. The Farmer and Water Net is the association that we register at the MOIs in December 2011. That we call in Khmer Badang Kasekor Nang Tek. Yeah, it is in Khmer. So for our mission is to mobilize farmer water users committee, rehabilitate or the construct irrigation system. And also we would like to training out their capacity building and sharing out the knowledge and for the exchange visit as well. For this one is our service that we provide currently to our member. That we focus on the irrigation system management. That the first one is the Farmer and Water Net is the represent of the folk and the PMU. It is the short form that we call the folk. Folk is the meaning of the farmer, water, user, community, and PUC is the pre-user community. It is the member that we support. Most of them, they are the community that they have the experience of the irrigation system management and the water plant to support the agriculture and to their members, especially the farmer. And second, we have to solve the problem During the implementation the work with the member, we often to identify the problem that the committee they cannot to show by own self. So at the UN we can facilitate and communicate from the different body, especially example from the government and local authority to solve the problem. Most of the problem that occur at the area, it is related to the water fee collection and also the water plant management. That is very difficult, that they don't know how to manage, they don't know how to share the water to the another member, especially in the aggregate system scheme. And the third, it is a change visit. It is the good activity that we provide the opportunity to the member to know and sharing each other between member to member to learn more out the best practice with the good model and good operation and management with another farmer water user community and to learn each other. And next, it is the legislative that we facilitate the member who did not have register at the MORAM or PDORAM. So we prepared some document for them to register at the MORAM to identify and for legal of the farmer water user community. And for the capacity building to the member, every year we house at least 3 or 5 capacity building related to their work. We focus on the irrigation system management and operation and maintenance and problem solving, and for another cost for the final management or something else. It is the cost that they need and request to the farmer and water net that to support to them. Second, it is the access to the market. It is the best point. At the UN, we have the facilitate with or communicate with the private sector and access the market and link it the farmer product to the market to make more income to the member, to make sure they do not depend on the water fee collection, so they have another opportunity to gain more of the income. And the last one is the close relationship with the local authority and PDORAM and MORAM. It is that we work nowadays, and we often and provide the opportunity our member to dialogue with among of them to share all their issues and for the suggestion or some plan to support them. For this one is right now we have the 30 farmer water user communities and 16 province among of the 25 province in Cambodia that it is our member that we support. Refer to the key issues that we have experienced and implement at the target area, and we found that for the folk committee member difficult collect irrigation service contribution fee. It meant that this one for the member refer to the farmer. The government construct the irrigation system. So after that, the government they will establish of the farmer water user community to operate and maintain to functioning. And also in the folk status, they mention all the member in the scheme area. So they will be agreed to pay out the water fee, the yearly, based on the hectare, based on the agreement, at least. For example, 1 hectare, $10 or $15 per year. But during the committee to collect the water fee, the yearly, some of them, they do not commit to pay back to the farmer water user community. If the farmer water, the committee, they cannot collect the water fee, they cannot to implement or operate or maintain the canal, the reservoir, or the irrigation system. The budget is limit. It is the reason that the challenges that we occur in Cambodia. So at the end, we have to facilitate with the committee and the member to understand in the status to increase more out the water fee from the member to support like this, like that we to show, and also we have to report at least quarterly or yearly to the member the amount, the money, the amount of water fee they collect, and so to the stakeholder relevant. For the second is some folk committee, they lack out the capacity. Some of them, they don't know how to the operation and maintenance and water plan preparation and facilitate with the member something else, or financial management and or communication skill. So this is that we found. Another thing, right now for the folk committee, they depend on only the service or the income only one way from the member or from their member. It is the from the water fee. They depend on one only income. So if they collect the water fee at least 27% to 80%, it's okay. The education system or water management is okay, operate or sustainable. But lower than this, 30 or 40% among of they collect from the household, the canal or irrigation, it is difficult to operate or the sustainable. So right now, for to solve all these issues, so my organization, we have another service or another way to gain more, to find more of the income. This one I have mentioned already. For summary of the proposition, for the next step, we will build more of their capacity building and facilitate and communicate with the private sector to allocate or communicate with the agriculture input, and also make the contract farming linking their product to the market. Yeah. Okay, that's all. Thank you.
Okay. Thank you, Mr. Socheat. Next, we will have another presentation from a Cambodian company. Mr. Kruy Chanrith from the Water Environment Venture will do the next presentation. Please give him a big round of applause.
Okay, so good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. First of all, I would like to thank to Asian Korean Center for providing us an opportunity from Cambodian side and both government and private sector. So my name Chanrith, a co-founder and general manager of Water Environment WE Venture, or called V Venture. So before making the presentation, I would like to give you a quick context about water sector in Cambodia. So as the Mr. Savanna have mentioned, the previous speaker mentioned that in Cambodia, there are different ministries working related to water. But I am here is really on water supply, mean pipe water supply for the people, for the water consumption at home. And related to the water resource MORAM, it is another ministry. But for us, we need to get the license from another ministry in order to operate it. One more thing is like, because the government at the moment could not supply or make the service of water supply for all Cambodian. So the government give license to the private sector in order to contribute to give people access to clean water by 2030 as a SDG. So V Venture was one of the private sector, and we established in October 2017. And what we want to focus is will be three: water supply, energy and environment. So thanks a lot for the visit last morning. It's talking about wastewater management. So it's a very good model for Cambodian, and we are looking for that opportunity to work on that. Okay, and this is for the province of Cambodia. We are working in 4 water treatment plants that we provide to the people here, and this is just our plan. So this is just a quick overview. So we just want to be a leading company that provide a water supply, and our mission is provide a good solution for the people can access to clean water for more and more in Cambodia. As you can see, this is only where we are working, but this is also some part of the province which is still available and need for more investment. And one more thing, investment on the infrastructure, because water supply is part of the infrastructure. I think the previous speaker also mentioned that not so many people who are making the investment on irrigation system and also part of water supply, because we need to spend a lot of capex in the investment, and then we collect back the monthly fee is very little, it takes time. So that's why for us, we want to contribute with the government in order to give more people access to clean water. Okay, this is just our shareholder, and we have 8, all are Cambodian, and we come from different background. And this is a quick structure. So this is our first water treatment. What I want to mention here is about the investment cost and also the technology that we are using. So in this, the first water treatment plant, we use two technology. So the first one is for the conventional. It means that the traditional one that we pump water from the water source, make with the chemical, and then the water goes through the sand filter and then go to the storage tank and disinfect with the chlorine. So this is the normal traditional one. And another one we have ultrafiltration. It's part of the membrane. I think even last morning they also use membrane also. So together that we provide. So this is the technology that we use. And then the next one is the same, that it's a bit smaller. We also use ultrafiltration. And the last one, this is conventional, that we build from a concrete. So still, because as I mentioned, that more investment on the pipe system, so we still reach around only 40% of our total area that we got a license. So it means that we need to work more on, and also looking for any opportunity for the other investor, or working with the Korean company on the spare part, because all the equipment we cannot produce in Cambodia, mostly. All are imported from Thai, from Vietnam, and then Malaysia. And Japan, of course, for the generator or for the motor, but not so much from Korea. So I think coming here is also the opportunity to get in touch and engage with some Korean company. So yeah, that's all for my presentation. Thank you very much.
Yes, thank you, Mr. Chanrith, for your presentation. Next, we will have a presentation from a company in Myanmar. Ms. Nyo Khaing from Shwe Thar Engineering will do the presentation. Please give her a big round of applause.
Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. Mingalawa. Okay. I would like to introduce myself firstly. Before this, thank you so much for giving me the opportunity to present about our activities in Myanmar relating the water-related activities. So my name is Nyo Khaing in Myanmar. I'm a professional electronic engineer, ASEAN certified engineer as well. You can remember me, Nancy, very easily. So this is my contact and website. And about our company, we established our own company in 2008. So firstly, we started with construction projects for service. And eventually, we moved to the education sector and other professional like digitalization and telemetry monitoring solutions in our own country. So this is our office. So main activities of our company. So we have two parts, as I explained before, education, and we are participating in the government tender for the teaching aids trainer and teaching equipments and to the universities. And other part, the professional, scientific, and technical activities like digitalization and monitoring solutions. So functions of our company, we organize there. So we submission the budgetary proposal and also the tender biddings and also knowledge sharing seminars, participating engineering workshops and trainings, and procurement are locally and internationally, and taxation and importing, and finally, designing and integration, configuration, installations, and commission and calibration of data acquisitions. This is 75% of our activities in Myanmar is data acquisition, digitalization. So long-term corporate is, until now, we are cooperating Ministry of Transport and Communication, DCA, Department of Civil Aviation, especially for the navigation control system supplier. We are the partner of other foreign companies and involving in DCA and Department of Meteorology and Hydrology, especially for river water monitoring, early warning alert systems. Since 2010, we involving with them. And also we are participating in the Ministry of Education teaching aid supply since 2011. And then we agriculture, livestock, and irrigation, Department of Agriculture Science, and also Department of Irrigation Water Utilization Department. And JICA since 2015, YCDC Yangon City Development since 2016, especially for reservoir water management monitoring system. And also the German-based Jain for electrical energy monitoring for off-grid solar systems. And also Jafar for monitoring of farming, chicken farming and poultry farming system for monitoring. So this is our management structure. In current technologies, we are applying is a web-based monitoring solutions and systems. So data will be monitored and collected at the sites, and then we will be sending to the cloud server, and then we will be sharing data online, real time, either for mobile phone and also the laptop and every internet accessible device we can download and we can monitor. So main benefits of telemetry monitoring, early detection and prevention, and resource management, systematic historical data acquisition and storage facility can be possible with the monitoring solutions. So water monitoring, so we monitor water level and quality, water quality, and also water flow, and either in river, dams, reservoirs, and groundwater. Monitoring, and not only for monitoring, but also for controlling. So this is because I'm a professional electronic engineer. I am doing all configuration and all tailor-made design by myself. Cooperation with others, JICA, GIZ, and government organizations, and also the NGOs, we are cooperating. Not only for assistances, we also have a render services for the monitoring solutions. So this is our cooperation with the NGO organization for water quality for total coliform and Ecology monitoring. And this is our one part of our business. So this is the main business of a telemetry water level monitoring and early warning solutions integrated by our company SCT Engineering. Data loggers, so, and we integrated with the third-party sensors with the data loggers, our principal from US, and then this is our information on this website, on-site local distributor or on-site company, US-based. US-based, this company was manufacturing data loggers, especially for specialized data loggers. So they have their own sensors and transducers for some parameters, like weather parameters, water and soil moisture parameters, soil pH, soil temperature, and also even the lip wetness sensors they have. But if our customers need more parameters to measure, we can integrate from importing from third-party sensors. So this is our photos of our collaboration with Irrigation Water Utilization Department for monitoring water level of their canals. So firstly, in this stage, we started cooperation with them 2021, but we are actively starting the installation in 2022. At this stage, we just monitor for water level only. But in the next phase, we will be continuing for monitoring not only level, but also capacity of a flow. And then we will monitor and make some research, the impact of the utilization of the water capacity to the crops. So we will be monitoring not only the water capacity, but also the soil nature, multi-professional research, soil nature, and also the water weather, climate, and temperature. And we were making some data and output and correlate the relation between the water utilization and the effectiveness. This is under our cooperation with Irrigation Utilization Water Department, their technology center. So this is our previous project for monitoring the groundwater monitoring. This is one of the JICA projects in Manly City Development under Manly City Development Committee. There we are not supplying the data loggers, but also we are giving the training for the software, and grapher software to the engineers of Manly City Development Committee. So this is some of the views of our monitoring solutions. And over there is for raw data, and this is for some post-processing graphs output. These are our photos, reference photos for the projects of Department of Meteorology and Hydrology. These projects we installed in 2021. This was for Mekong Lankan project for monitoring Mekong River water early warning system. So actually this was like an international bidding, and we were invited by the Department of Meteorology and Hydrology since we did the pilot projects with them since 2014, and we have successful records. So they invited us, asked for participation of this standard bidding. Finally, we got achievement, and then we arranged for these are our own designs. There are 10 stations altogether. 7 stations are built on the bridge, but 3 stations without bridges. So we designed like, this part here, no bridge. So these are for bridge design, no bridge one. Here as well, not bridge. So we have to design not only for electronic configuration, but also for civil works according to the feasibility conditions of these sites. So these below this are the former projects since 2014, still running right now. So they need still only for upgrading the data logger, because almost 2014 from now, almost 8 years. So this is Yangon City Development for closed channel water monitoring, and this is for water quality of the construction waste products. And key challenges I would like to cherish for telemetry monitoring is budget. Budget is very important. The government have sometimes budget, but they still need for the maintenance budget. There is no maintenance budget. And also the requirement of the secondary parameters for verification needs more investments. So this is one of the problem. And also ventilation still in our country and that we have to consider. And also ambient temperature make the expiration of the batteries too short. And also willingness to adapt the advanced technology. We are seeing some resistance from the public for willingness to cooperate for the advanced technology. Future planning, we would like to, yesterday, K-Water presentation so impressive. So we are intending to cooperate the company and organization from Korea for visualizations of our acquired data in the near future. Thank you.
Okay, thank you, Ms. Kang, for your presentation. Next, we will have our presentations from the companies from Korea. Also, starting from alphabetical order, we will have Mr. Im Si-on present. He is from ECOPEACE. Please give him a big round of applause.
Nice to meet you. I'm Shin Lim, team manager of the ECOPEACE Corporations. I'm introduced our product and my company. ECOPEACE is a database integrated water purification company that distributes smart water resource management robots through the convergence of the AI, big data, and robot technologies. So you can travel all around contaminate area on your own to provide real-time water quality measurement and one-side water purification monitoring. So this is the EcoBot, the AI water purifying robot. EcoBot is a 100% unmanned automated water robot that provide continuous integrated water management service for freshwater facilities by converging ICT-based water quality management and 100 renewable energy utilization technologies. So you can see that surely the four keyword in the circle, the four keyword, and EcoBot tracker is under the picture you can see in Korea. So EcoBot can purify the water and also collect the water data and predict and collection. Next, EcoStation, AI water platform purification platform. EcoStation is an AI water purification platform that combines smart water management robot, large capacity filtering technology, and water solar power generation systems with carbon neutrality and water purification. It is a collection of smarter robot technologies that can produce 5 kilowatt hour of electricity, continuously filtering 200 to 500 tons of contaminate water per hour, and can monitoring water quality and remove the pollutants such as green algae, something. So from the waterfront facility. So you can see the three devices: EcoB, EcoWing, and EcoBot. EcoBot is explained, but EcoB is same filtering mechanism about the EcoBot, but EcoB is the fixed the product, and EcoWing is the circulation the deep water. So this is the method of the sewage treatment system applies the unique function the soil ecosystem that physically force the natural soil and organic decomposition of the soil microorganism. Is a method of the contact oxidation, microbial filtration by natural ecosystem that cannot be achieved by any other method. This method is one construction methods using soil microorganism, which based the ecosystem principle of the natural soil region by covering the soil with sewage and the top of the factory. You see the track record in Korea, and you see the keyword, the four circle, and you can see the more information about this. Just contact me. This is a real-time monitoring screen. So EcoBot service is using this monitoring system, and you can see the robot condition or using the CCTV, you can see the water situations, and you can see the water quality about the pH or temperature. You can see the screen using the bed dashboard. This is that's all. If you want some information about this, just contact me. Thank you.
Okay. Thank you, Mr. Lim, for your presentation. Next, we will have Mr. Choi Young-jin from Jain Technology present. Please give him a big round of applause.
Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. It's a great honor for me to speak here for the forum. I'd like to thank AKC and K-Water. I was vaccinated 3 times, and I was infected by the coronavirus and recovered. And a month ago, I got the 4th shot, which means I'm very clean in terms of virus. So if you are okay, I'd like to take off the mask for the better communication. All right. My company, Jain Technology, has developed, manufactured, and supplied the ultrasonic flow meter, which means we are using the advanced acoustic technology. Let's take a look at a principle that we are using for our technology. There is a pipe with water. As you can see, there is a sensor, or we call it transducer, but let's say it's sensor. If the water is still, the signal from sensor 1 to sensor 2, the travel time has to be same as those of the travel time from sensor 2 to sensor 1, as you can see in the bottom. But if there is flow, the travel time from sensor 1 to sensor 2 has to be very shorter than the travel time from sensor 2 to sensor 1, right? Oh, it's a different opposite, sorry. The travel time from sensor 1 to sensor 2 has to be longer than the travel time from sensor 2 to sensor 1, as you can see at the bottom. It looks like a very easy technology, right? But the problem is the time difference is pico to nanosecond. So we need to have technology to separate that pico and nanosecond. So it's very hard. So we are using digital signal processing called cross correlation method and everything. Okay, that's theory. We have liquid flow meter, gas flow meter, and also we have photovoltaic power supply system. And we developed defense technology using the acoustic technology, which is used for the flow meter. We'll talk about that later. This is liquid flow meter. As I told you before, we use ultrasound. It's kind of sound to measure water flow. And another technology is clamp-on. Clamp-on means, as you can see on the screen, you can just attach the sensor or transducer on the surface of the pipe to measure the water flow. So, which means you don't need to break the pipe to install the sensor or device, or you don't need to suspend the supply for the installation, which means you can save a lot of cost. That's the photo from the real site. As you can see, just add the transducers at the outside of pipe, then you can measure the flow. This is application for the open channel. As you can see, the stream, or at the bottom, you see the agriculture irrigation system. So transducer looks a little bit different from the previous one, but still we are using the same technology. Gas flow meter. Actually, the gas flow meter is applied for the soil to measure the biogas from the wastewater treatment plant. You see the photovoltaic power supply system. We need to have power to operate our system, but sometimes we cannot get power from the power line. In that case, we can use the solar panel power supply system. And also the photo in the middle, you can see the autonomous, actually that's the autonomous vehicle, autonomous armored vehicle, but there on top of that there is a device which was developed by my company. We use acoustic technology to detect the sniper, and also we have smart target system. We'll talk about that later. This is photovoltaic power supply system. As you can see, there is a rechargeable battery. So even without any sunlight, you can supply power to our flow monitoring system for a month. And this is the flow meter for ultrasonic sewage system. Sewage system is different from the drinking water, which use power to transfer. But the sewage system use gravity, which means sometimes the water flow is very low, but with the rain it's full. So it's very hard to measure the flow in the sewage system. So our tech team developed the Suya flow, ultrasonic Suya flow meter with a unique design as this. And this is our data analytic platform. As you can see, there is a site with our system. If you click the site, then you can see the real-time monitoring data anywhere, anytime, if you have access to internet. We are trying to use the cloud server of Amazon and cloud, so in the near future, you can check the monitoring data anywhere in the world. And also, we use data to produce some customers' value, like the useful information for the customer. It's a defense technology. I told you that we use sound to measure the velocity of flow, which is moving. If the opposite side of that technology is, if we hear sound, then we can locate the source of sound, right? This shooter and target is 500 meters from the shooter. Okay, you see the dot over there. That means when the shooter shoots the target, then we can check it through the screen. See, there is a green dot over there. It's 500 meters and 100 shoot at the same time. It's 600 meters with 20 shots. It's a heavy machine gun. You can check the target, bullet hits. And another 600 meters with 100. This is sniper detection system. You heard the sound of bullet, then the camera detects where the sniper is. I show this video to you because we are developing the defense technology, which means our technology is precise and reliable. Thank you very much.
Yes, thank you, Mr. Choi, for your presentation. Next, we will have Mr. Shin Jae-min from PROSAVE do the next presentation. Please give him a big round of applause.
Okay. Good afternoon, everyone. First of all, thanks for ASEAN-Korean Center for arrangement this opportunity. Let me introduce myself. My name is Jae-min Shin from PROSAVE. I would like to introduce PROSAVE with products briefly. PROSAVE is a specialized manufacturer in safety and relief device in various industries like petrochemical, power plant, and marine and offshore, including networks, waterworks also. Today, I'm going to introduce for our product waterworks item. PROSAVE located at Gimhae City, nearby Busan in Korea. You can see our factory and office building. First product is air release and air vacuum valve. It is designed according to AWA standard. AWA means American Water Works Association International Standard. This valve to release the air, accumulated air in the pipeline system to reduce some pump efficiency and saving cost. This portal is installed at the water cooling system of power plant, which size is 28-inch and 20-inch size. This is for distillation plant and offshore plant also. Next, vacuum breaker is spring-loaded type valve, so it's similar with previous air release and vacuum breaker valve. Next item is surge relief valve for waterworks association application. Mainly, it is very important to opening time and response time. So quickly open and to release surge pressure to bypass line. It also installed at the cooling water system of power plant. Next item is the deluge valve is for firefighting system. And we have several items for several industrials. So next item is not so related with waterworks application. So let's skip this. Final item is desalination system. So we have two kinds of operating type. First is a hybrid solar steel operating type. Another type is for osmosis type. The next content is for certificate status for our product. We have a high quality management system with ISO certificates and various certificates for various industrial, such as ATEX, UL, CASE, etc. Last is our major customer list. Yes, in case of waterworks application, Doosan, Hyundai, Turbo and Machinery, and K-Watt, and KRC is our main client in Korea, and Safra Energy, T7 Global, Torishima Pump, Mitsubishi Mitsubishi Hitachi Power System, Shioda, SWCC is our main client and global client. Why PROSAVE? Please enjoy your experience of PROSAVE solutions for your safety and saving cost. Thank you.
Yes, thank you, Mr. Shin. Next, we'll have Mr. Choi Young-jin from SCOTRA do the next presentation. Please give him a big round of applause.
Hi, good afternoon. My name is YJ Choi from Korean company named SCOTRA. First of all, thank you very much for giving us this time to present our company. Hopefully, I would like to develop, good business in near future with you. I will explain about our company in following pages. 5 chapters, and let me start to introduce you what is FPV, and after that, about our company. Firstly, FPV, it stands for floating PV, and in other simple words, it's like a floating solar panel power generation. It is the floating system installed on the water bodies, such as lakes, dams, reservoir, like an industrial pond, or sometimes in the seawater. It's the fastest growing technology since 2007, and the major countries is mostly Asian countries like Korea, Japan, China, Taiwan. And at the moment, it is expanding to Southeast Asian market, including the Mekong countries. And the market expects that around 70% of floating PV installation will be placed in Asian countries. And I can say that the advantage of a floating PV, I can say 2 things. One thing is that, since it is using unused water body, so the country can use the territory more efficiently. And second thing is that it has a better, efficiency than ground-mounted solar panel, because solar panel has, the suitable temperature for power generation, which is around like a 27 degrees. So hot weather is not always good for the power generating. So if you install on the water, it gives you a cooling effect. So that is the another advantage for that. Basic concept of how floating PV works. Basically, there is a floating PV platform on the water, and as well as the anchoring and mooring on the bottom. And it goes to the floating inverter, and the inverter functions the transfer the DC power to AC power, and then it goes to the electrical facility and then the transmission line. Just wanna let you know that this is the comparison table between the ground-mounted and floating solar, and we have studied for 3 consecutive years that floating solar has a better efficiency than ground-mounted, about 5 to 7%. So This is not just our study. You can just find easily in Google. Next, it's about our company, SCOTRA. We were established from 2007, and we have employee 92. And we are a company based in Korea. We have one headquarters, sales office, and R&D office in Korea. And during our 17 years of history, we have achieved many kinds of patents and design registration. And the most strength of our company is that we do have more than 1,800 references for anchoring and mooring, so which makes us very, strongest company in this field. And we do know about water. We do know how to control the water. And the below chart is that, it's a market share in Korea. You can see the right part, the red thing. In Korea, there are totally 275 megawatt floating solar has been installed. And our company, SCOTRA, has installed 181 megawatt out of 275. So we are taking around 66% market share in Korea. So I can say that we are kind of a leading company in Korean renewable energy industry. It's our company layout. It's outside, inside. In this factory, we have around like 40,000 square meter size. And here we manufacture around like a 500 megawatt per year based on using 600 solar watt module. And inside the factory, we do have 4 injection molding machines. Each machine has 3,000 tons capacity. And it's a quite new facility, so our processes are mostly automated, so it doesn't need much labor. Totally, we have installed 204 megawatts domestic and globally. I can say that our project references could be divided by 3 parts, which are dam, reservoir, overseas. We have done so many projects, so I cannot show you all, but I just picked up some, references to show you. This is the, one of the major project reference from us. It's a Hapcheon Dam, 41 megawatt flower shaped floating PV. We have cooperated with K-Water. As you see, the floating platform is made of, flower shape, which is an apricot flower. It's a symbol flower of Hapcheon province. So, we are capable of designing, considering the client's desire. And, it's a very remarkable project because this is not only giving power generation, but also it gives the, good scenic point to the public. So very good example for the renewable energy industry. And next, it's an industrial pond project in Korea. We have completed this in 2018, located in Gunsan, retarding Basin. Reservoir project located in southern part of Korea. It's a 25 megawatt floating PV we have installed in 2020. And our recent project we have completed in May this year. It's an overseas project located in Taiwan Usanto Dam, 13.7 megawatts. You can see that 2 blocks, each block is equals to 7 and 6 megawatts. So, based on the site condition, we can design and suggest you the suitable design for the location. And also one more thing is that this dam is for the use for the drinking water. So it means that our material is already certified to be used for the drinking water. And of course, we have, related certification as well. And our another recent project in Korean lakes, it's a 30 megawatt and 10 megawatts. And also the right bottom, the project, that is a Vietnam project. It's under construction. We are targeting to complete it by first quarter of next year. So, it's our first project in Mekong countries. So based on this, we would like to expand our market to global and Mekong countries as well. About our product simply divide by 3 parts, which are the floater, structure, and mooring parts. And for the floaters, we do have 6 compartments inside. So even though there is any damage or leakage on one side, the other 5 remaining parts will keep the buoyancy. And of course, we do have another type of floater which doesn't have a compartment. So the no compartment type we can use for the location where it does not have like a typhoon or no strong wind, no rainy. So based on the condition, we choose suitable type of floater. And for the structure, we are using the anti-corrosive material. And it is coated with the zinc, magnesium, aluminum, which shows very great performance against the salted water. And for the mooring parts, that part name is elastic spring device. It's our own patent technology. We are installing it between in the middle of the mooring lines to reduce to minimize the mooring lines and to hold the floating PV platform more stably. Here, you can see the picture at the background. Our system has lots of open spaces in our system, and it makes our system, I call it 3 passages, which is our most advantage for our system. It allows us sunlight, wind, water passes, so I would like to say our system is very eco-friendly. And we are keeping research and developing our floater year by year to enhance our quality and to have a competitiveness in prices. And technology part, this is the composition of our floating PV unit. It consisting of a floater, frame, solar module, and the picture bottom here, UCS connection. It stands for unit connection spring. This part is very important component because in Korea and maybe in your country, we do have 2 types of season. One is a flooding and one is a dry season. And everyone can make it float on the water, but it is also important to have stability when the floating structure hits the ground in dry season. And mostly the bottom of the water body is uneven. So with this kind of, the technology, UCS connection, the spring connection can accommodate the angle changes up to 27 degrees. So it makes our system to be placed on this kind of uneven land with keeping stability and durability. So this is one of our technology. And this is for the mooring part. We are using the multi-point mooring. And for the mooring part, we use the patent technology, elastic spring, and we use nylon rope. The key point of mooring is to minimize the movement for the floating PV platform within 2 to 3 meters. So we are capable for doing that. And this is our patent technology, how elastic spring works. So when the water level goes up, the elastic spring will be expanded. And when the water level goes down, the elastic spring will be shortened. So, usually this kind of technology is used for the water depths more than 20 meters. And this technology, this elastic spring, it has 180% elongation, and it maintains the azimuth angle as well. And lastly, reference, other than floating PV units, I just want to show you that we are also doing this kind of, floating businesses. It's like a floating building, and bottom here we can do like a floating leisure facility or floating marina, floating bridge, and also, floating electrical facility in relation to floating PV, and like a floating construction barge and some floating boat or floating fish farm. Just for your information, for the construction barge, the weight of the excavator is like 40 tons. So we can design this kind of a floating barge too. Okay, and before end of my presentation, I would like to show you 2 videos that may be interesting to you. In this year, in Korea, we had a very big typhoon named the Hinnamno in September. At this time, the maximum speed was 43 meters, and this is our testbed site in Busan, 100 kilowatts. You can see that, our floating PV units is moving with absorbing the wave height and wave length. So our system is basically very strong against this kind of harsh condition. And the previous one was a test bed, and this is our regular project that we have installed in Korean Boryong Dam. It's a 2 mega project, and there are 4 blocks. Each block is 500 kilowatts. You can see that it's a fast-forwarded video, and you can see the sound of wind and how the waves are coming. The 4 blocks are moving in same way, and it keeps its position stably. So this is the technology. This is the standard of floating PV. So just want to let you know we are doing very stable floating PV units in this industry. So thank you very much, and hope we can collaborate in near future together. Thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Young-jin. Next, we will have Mr. Ho-chang from SM Tech do the presentation. Another round of applause, please.
Okay, finally, I'm the last. Thank you very much for waiting for me. Everyone is very tired and want to go home, so I'll make it quick. Okay. First, I'm going to show you a short video for you better understand our company and product. Okay, as you saw the video, we SM Tech in Korea is a specialized company for water hammer. We provide total solution for water hammer, such as surge analysis, nomination of a proper device, fabrication, installation, and commissioning and training, everything. Our main product is a water hammer prevention system using big data and AI technology that protect pipeline from water shock caused by pressure change inside the pipeline. First, let me tell you what the water hammer is. Maybe many people here already know about the water hammer, but for those who don't know about the water hammer, I'm sure everyone here has the experience washing the dishes in the kitchen. When you're washing the dish in the kitchen, if you suddenly close the faucet, the valve, you heard some noise coming from the pipeline. When water is coming, if you suddenly close the valve, water back to the pipeline, and it makes back pressure, minus pressure. It starts shaking, making noise, da-da-da-da. This is a water hammer due to a change, pressure change inside the pipeline. The kinetic energy of water, the kinetic energy, which is the energy that something is in motion, is converted into pressure energy, and water shock is made inside the pipeline. While water is moving stably inside the pipeline, if there is a sudden pressure change, the pipeline could be damaged by high or low pressure. And we need protection water hammer prevention device. What we are doing is not for house and apartment. We are doing for big industrial pumping station and pipeline, shooting the water from A point to B point, from Mekong River to Thailand, Vietnam, Bangkok, Malaysia, other countries, using big pipeline. And we need protection to prevent accident using water hammer prevention system. That is a water hammer prevention system we as SEMTEC in Korea making and supply. Up to now, we as SEMTEC over 500 system in Korea and worldwide 30 system they have been installed and they are under operation without any problem. Also, we got Best Technology Award from K-Water. K-Water is here. We as SEMTEC also supply the surge analysis system, and we make a diagnosis on the existing system. Also, we participate in many exhibition show with by the slogan of the best or free. It means if you can find any equipment, any product better than our water hammer prevention system, we'll supply for free. This is the only possible we do our strong confidence in our technology. Actually, I'm done. I have finished. There is one last thing I want to say. We as SEMTEC in Korea, we are not selling the product. We are selling the safety to protect your lives and facility. The connection between Korea and ASEAN. I'm crossing my fingers that we can work together as a collaboration on future Mekong River project using high Korean technology. Thank you very much for listening and attention. I hope wish everyone have a safe journey back home, and we hope to meet again soon together. Okay, thank you very much.
Yes, thank you, Mr. Lee. Next, we will have our two presentations from the Thai companies. The first to present will be Eastern Water Resources Development and Management Company, and Mr. Norapatt Ketprakong will give the presentation. Please welcome him with a big round of applause.
Good afternoon. My name is Norapatt Ketprakong. I'm representing East Water Company. From what I've heard, you basically, I think we are going to be your clients. Next slide, please. Let me just present our company quickly. We basically provide total water solutions from providing sourcing water sources, providing raw water, industrial water, wastewater treatment, recycled water, and we have a very small side business of drinking water. Next, please. Our background, basically we were established about 30 years ago to provide water to the Thailand's eastern seaboard. Our main shareholder is the Provincial Waterworks Authority. We also have roughly 18% shareholder from Manila Water, and the rest are mostly private. Next, please. Our structure is basically, we have the main business, East Water, and our subsidiary, UU, which basically operates all of the concessions, all of the tap water, wastewater treatment. East Water by itself basically provides industrial water to mainly to industrial estates, factories, and also for consumption for the Waterworks Authority. Next, please. So this is basically our whole entire system, the total water system. So we start mainly with water from reservoirs, and then we pump that. The next is we provide water to either industrial estates, factories. That is, it could be raw water if they have their own treatment plants, or if they don't, we provide, we treat water into industrial water up to whatever specifications is required. And we also provide both raw water for tap water, and we also treat water for tap water depending on the contract. Once all that water is used, the wastewater is basically treated, so we also provide that service. If required, we also provide recycling. And as I said, we also have a small side business of the drinking water. Next, please. Currently, we have our main operating area is in the eastern seaboard of Thailand, which is coincidentally the same area as the EEC, which is we're hoping to develop within the next, well, right now and within the next 10 years or so. We are currently operating basically 512 kilometers of main water supply pipelines. This doesn't include all the small distribution pipelines and tap water pipelines that goes into some houses. Okay, next please. The tap water business, we basically have roughly currently about 12 concessions. Some are held in Eastwater, some are held by our subsidiary, UU, but all of them are basically operated by UU. As you can see, the total production, we have roughly a total production of 350,000 cubic meters per day just for tap water, and another roughly 500,000 or so for industrial water. Next, please. This is just a quick overview of the water situation this year. As you may have noticed, we have a lot of rain this year. So basically all of the reservoirs are very close to 100%. Actually, most of them are slightly above 100%. Next, please. This is just to show our current water supply projects. The top one is the Klong Luang. That is a water supply system from Klong Luang Reservoir to supply EEC. We also have new parallel pipelines. The second one, the Nong Palai, Nong Kho, Lam Shabang, which parallels our existing pipeline because currently we are at maximum capacity already, so we need to expand. Same as the Mataput Satahip. So we are expanding and to support the growing demands of the EEC. Next, please. As I said, we provide the total water solutions. Basically, three types of contracts, BOT, BOO, and just O&M, depending on whatever the client requires. Next, please. This is the plans for expanding the water supply over the next roughly 15 years or so. As you can see, we are expecting a pretty large jump from the EEC in basically the year after next. And then we have various projects to expand the water supply for the eastern seaboard. And that's about it. Thank you.
Yes, thank you, Mr. Ketprakong, for your presentation. We will have one more presentation from a Thai company. Presenting next is WHA Utilities and Power Public Company, and to give the presentation is Mr. Varanon Laosuwan. Please welcome him with a big round of applause.
ครับ สวัสดีครับ Good afternoon, everyone. My name is Varanon. I'm the Business Development Director for Utility Business for WHA Utilities and Power. So firstly, I have to apologize. We prepared just some couple of slides. We got instructed to prepare very small slides for you, but it will be very comprehensive and give you information that what we are and what we are doing for the business here. Next slide, please. Basically, the BHA Utilities and Power, we are the public company. We are the subsidiary of the BHA Group. The BHA Group, we have 4 business in Thailand and in Vietnam. So the first one is that we are the industrial estate developer. We have 11 industrial estate in Thailand and 3 industrial estate in Vietnam. So that's the first business we have, industrial estate. Secondly is that we have this one, utilities and power business. So today I represent this business, utility and power. The third one would be the logistic business. And the last one is the digital business. Okay? So today we will focus just only the water utility business. But let me show you, this is the portfolio of the BHA UP. So recently we sell and manage the water for around 140 million cubic meter per year. That includes the raw water, industrial water, wastewater treatment, and also the reclamation water. For the power side, we have, right now we have about 620 megawatt equity, meaning that some project we partner with some other operators as well. So for the power, we have both conventional type of the power and also the renewable energy. And recently we are very active on the solar business. So I saw some company that have a product very interesting. We do the floating solar as well. So recently the equity megawatt of the solar alone is about 70 megawatt, and we have some in the pipeline under construction. And that would be the project in Thailand. On the bottom is the project in Vietnam. We have industrial estate in Vietnam, so we provide utility for the industrial estate in the province called Nghệ An in Vietnam. We also in the middle, and we also has one project called Song Duong River. It's a big water treatment plant in Hanoi, supply water to the people in Hanoi. So the capacity of this plant for today is like 300,000 cubic meter per day, and expandable to 1.2 million cubic meter per day in the future. And lastly, we have the project called Kruy. Kruy water treatment plant is in the Nghệ An province as well. So that would be the project in Vietnam. Yeah. Next slide, please. Basically, we are not the company that own the technology or have the product by our own. We are the investor. So we invest in the utility product and sell the product to our client. So you see that the service type we have will be related to the investment scheme. So we have BOO, BOT, or O&M. Our strength is the O&M. So the BHA UP, formerly we known as Hemaraj Industrial Development. So we have we've been in this business for more than 30 years. We have people who know how to operate the system, the water system, and product that we have is cover all the spectrum of the water utilities. Okay, so next slide, please. This is one reference that we think is very close to the water total solution. So this one is the industrial estate of the group called the BHA EAE. This is located in Mattaput Rayong province. This one is the petrochemical and power plant based industrial estate. So this one, the BHA UP, we provide the utilities for the factory inside the industrial estates. So you see that we have water treatment plant. We distribute the water to the customer. We also collect the wastewater into the central wastewater treatment plant. And instead of discharge to the environment, we recycle, we reclaim it to be the RO water. And then we have the RO water to integrate into the Jae-min water and sell to the customer as the value-added product. So this one, we just got an award from SET, Stock Exchange of Thailand last year, to be the real future resource management for the water solution, meaning that we can produce a very high value of product from the wastewater. So in Thailand, wastewater is not the wastewater anymore. It's the alternative resource for water. So I think this one is the reference that we show everyone that is close to, total solution from the resource to the recycle to the value-added product. This one we can claim that industrial user is we don't need to get the water from the natural resource. We can use the water from our own system in the estate. So I think that would be all of my presentation today. So if you want more information, please go to our website, the BHA group. So we have some reference on this more. Thank you very much.
Yes, thank you, Mr. Laosuwan, for your presentation. And last but not least, we have one last presentation from Vietnam. The presentation will be from Environment and Ecology Institute from Ms. Wen T. Mi Huang. Please welcome her with a big round of applause.
Good afternoon, everyone. My name is Nga. Wen T. Mi Huang is my colleague. She's the executive of the institute. It's my honor to be here in our team also, that we can come here and introduce about our institute. And also in our team we have one person already presented yesterday about the water resource management in Vietnam. And I will not tell any more about the water resource management in Vietnam because she already presented. But we will show you what we can provide and what kind of the service we can contribute for our collaboration in the future. So the name of our institute is EEI. So maybe many of you already have our name card. So just remember this logo. And this one exactly the last presentation of today, and I have only 4 slides, so it will not keep you so much time, so you have time for preparing, packing up, and go home with family and other work. Our institute have more than 20 years experience. We have a very long history. Through the years, we have done 150 projects. In this project, we collaborate with many international, regional, and national companies, and also the government agency around the world. And in this project, we conduct across in many provinces and cities in Vietnam. So through the project, we have a very strong connection with the international and national in Vietnam. And not only for the government agency, we also have the strong network with the local people and also the local residents. So that's why if in case of, I remember one person in this room already sent us the consent from that they will conduct the survey in next year. So we can be the good contact if you want to conduct the interview with the local people, the government agency, as well as the local resident. And what we focus on, only 5 areas. The first one is environment. So for the environment, we focus on the pollution, the wastewater management, and also the river basin. So you can see that we highlight the river basin here in the first point. Maybe some of you already know about the Red River Delta, the Red River Basin. That is the second biggest rice bowl in Vietnam, Mekong Delta and Red River Delta. So in EEI already conduct the inventory. So in that inventory, we interview the company and also the major source who discharge the pollutant to the river network in the Red River Delta. And we really hope that in the future we can conduct kind of the survey like that in the Mekong Delta to find the critical control point or the main pollution source in the river, in the Mekong River in Vietnam. The second area that we focus is the climate change these days, and especially in COP26 and COP27. As our Prime Minister, he promised that in 2050 we try to cut toward the zero carbon. So that's why we already joined some project funded by government and also international sponsor to focus on survey and data collection in the field of carbon credit trading and climate finance. And the other 3 area we focus in EEI is green growth and communication and education. And the last one is sustainable social development. For the communication and educational, we can have the international company to conduct the training course, as well as develop kind of material to raise the awareness of the local people, as well as enhance the capacity for the local manager to cope with the climate change. And I just try to screen these 4 most related topics. These are the 4 projects in the last 5 years that we lead or we collaborate with the international organization. The first one is in 2022. We developed the technical report for the provincial green growth action plan for 10 provinces in industrial sector. And in 2020, we already also support the government to develop the tool and method to analyze the climate change adaptation and mitigation option. And you see that in 2018, we have the project in Hà Tĩnh, Ninh Thuận and Bình Thuận. These 3 provinces under the very high impact of the climate change with the water shortage and water pollution. So we try to assist the people here, not only in terms of conduct the training course, but also to have them to develop the wastewater treatment plant to improve the water quality. And in 2017, we joined the Strengthen Capacity and Institutional Reform for GG and Sustainable Development in Vietnam. It's funded by UNDP. And not only support the government through the training course or something that I already present. Another aspect that we already care in EEI that we used the technique and also the modeling as a tool to support the government in decision making. We use many kinds of the modeling to assess the quality of the water in the urbanized river basin. So urbanized river basins such as the Đại Nhuệ River Basin in the Red River Delta in the north of Vietnam include Hanoi capital. You see that the very high population density in Hanoi. So that's why you can bring the domestic wastewater and also the industrial waste. So that's why we try to use the model to assess the quality in that area. And we think that the modeling also can be applied in the Mekong Delta too. Also, we use a cutting-edge technique. We call it stable isotope. You can see in the blue box. Stable isotope can assess how long the rain drop to the ground and stay. So that is kind of the technique that we can assess the water resource in the future. So how long the rainwater will be stay in the ground, so something like that. And we already done some water management in the Delta, like in Vietnam, like in the Red River, and all of those are published in the very high ranking journal, and you can see in detail by find out the information in the paper. And we hope that we can see you soon in Hanoi, capital of Vietnam, and this is our address and our email as well as the town number. So anytime you can contact, and we really have willing to collaborate with all of you in the future. Thank you very much.
Okay, thank you, Ms. Nga.